In this video, we'll be witnessing the truce between the Republic Commandos and the ARC Troopers in regards to their ongoing feud as to who is the most elite clone trooper unit out there. So over the last year or so of the Clone Wars, these two elite units have been kind of in a small war between one another, about the equivalent of a gang war, just to prove to one another who exactly is the best clone trooper unit. But today, with the representative of Republic Commando Boss and Captain Fordo here, we're witnessing them come to a truce, at least until the Clone Wars is over with. And despite this somewhat happy ending between the two groups, they're not 100% trusting in one another. As you can see, they're both kind of backed up by their own guys. And they got their weapons drawn because they're not totally buying the idea of it, or they think it might be some sort of setup. Some extra ARC troopers there. Even the pilots are a little on edge here. Just keep an eye out in case they have to make a quick escape. And as you can see, there is an ARC trooper acting as a sniper to the side door there. Not totally trusting of the situation. And same thing with the Commandos here. It's kind of hard to tell, but we'll look a little closer here in a minute. That is Sev there. Kind of like the de facto sniper for Delta Squad. And of course, Feast Grotto is along for the ride. This is the first real look at this original gunship here. So far, this decal, the Padme pin up there, it blends in just fine. If you hold it to certain light, you can see the edges of it and can tell it's just a decal and not a print. But with the lighting I have right now, it's not too bad. Of course, the edges there are a little off. They're not perfect. And this side isn't too bad, but the other side's a little worse about that. Looks pretty good. Glad I got that. Fortunately, there's these little grooves here and there around the gunship as well, and these little uplifts that don't allow the decal to sit completely smooth with the ship. Have the two original gunship pilots here. Yeah. Of course, they're keeping a lookout as well. So yeah, for 2002, other than the sneak preview clone, we just had the pilots and then the clone trooper that came with the E-Web that was in the clone captain colors. I think the pre-posed clones and then the first super articulated clone ended up coming out a year later. See, there's Sev there. Keep an eye on the rest of his squad. Setting this up and then doing the ARC Trooper video the other day reminds me of how much Hasbro needs to double down on the Republic Commandos again. Unfortunately, we just don't have a whole lot. Outside of the ones you see here, the only major ones I'm really missing are Omega Squad, which is the all-black one, and then there's the plain white Republic Commando in the comic pack, which I hope to get all those here soon. And that's pretty much it in terms of unique Republic Commandos out there. Would be nice to get a Trooper Builder set. of just plain white clone Commandos. They could base it off the Bad Batch even. I think that'd be a good place to start just for the... If people want to make unique Commandos, they can do some customs. It's easier to deal with just the plain white ones. For Delta Squad here, this is definitely the definitive versions of these characters. Scorch, I think, could have been a little bit better. As you can see, he's missing the canisters that's usually strapped around his leg there. And I think his stance is a little, his feet are too close together. It's one thing I like about the Saga Collection one is they have very wide and stable stance. Not so much the case for this one. Anyways, that's pretty much all there is to show. Just want to make a quick little display. I figured this would be a great way to showcase this original gunship even more. And of course the Tiger Shark here. Very happy to have both of these now. Still like to track down a few of the others, like the Revenge of the Sith gunship and then the Command one from 2003. And of course the Crumb Bomber one would be nice as well. TBC gunship I don't think is really necessary. It's basically the same exact thing as this one, plus the two turret balls that are on the side. But I don't think those really look right with this gunship. It's a little too underscaled to accommodate those. I do like the ones that came with the two pilots that are in this gunship, even though those are severely underscaled and you can't fit a clone trooper inside of them. I think they're much more in scale compared to this gunship here. I think it looks right. To me, I treat those as like the co-pilot here is the one operating those turrets. Or perhaps if there's a clone sitting in the inside there, he can man that turret. I think that looks fine. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Gave you some ideas. They're a good way to show off the Commandos and the ARC Troopers again. Some of my favorite clones out there. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate your support. And check out some of the links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.